Oh no! It says
No.
live.
There we go.
Yay! It's working.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. I thought we were going to have another problem. Hello, everyone. Hello, we did it. We're here finally. Okay. So welcome everyone to Ascension Gateway. Thank you for being here. Hello, Christine. It's a journey. Bob. Irene, hi, you made it. Donna, Debbie, and Ashton. Hey, Ashton. So, yeah, thank you for being here. Finally, we got to do a live show. It's been a rough time. I was getting live shows going. So anyway, I am your host, Sharon Sananda Kumara, and I'm here with my psychic and galactic peeps, starseed peeps, Ashvin and Andy. Hey guys.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Thanks for doing this. Yeah. We did have a couple more peeps who were going to join us, but they couldn't make it. But hey, we're here. That's all that matters.
Good things come in threes, right?
Mm-hmm. That's two. 3 is a big number for me. It might be for a lot of people. Yes. But 3 is a good number. Trinity and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're here tonight to do some card readings. And we're really excited.
Yes.
Okay. So I would like for you both to introduce yourselves a little bit, okay, to our audience. Ashvin, you want to go first?
I'll go first. Hello, everybody. My name is Ashvin, and I am an intuitive. I am an empath. I am a channeler, and I use a lot of tools for my intuitive and my psychic readings. And one of them is tarot cards, and the others are oracle cards. And today we'll be drawing cards for people. One of the things that I am going to be using is the messages from your animal spirit guides deck. And I will pull cards if you would like me to pull a card to find the spirit animal that would be the best partner for you at this moment, at this time in your life. And so I'll go pull the card for you and read what the message has to say. And then you can follow that up by, don't go out there and kidnap any animals. Like if I find your walrus on here, don't try to go to the zoo and try to get one for yourself. Just get a picture online and sit in meditation. The gift that the animal has to bring you will come through. So I'll be doing that. I've got another deck here. If somebody wants, if they feel pulled towards the galactic energies, I can pull some cards from this one also. So I've got 2, but I'm mostly going to be working with the animal guides and to find a guide that's best for you in the moment in your life, if you'd like that.
Nice. Thanks, Ashwin. Andy.
Beautiful. Yeah, my name's Andy. I'm an experiencer, contactee, old soul, empath. Had a lot of different experiences, and I've been blessed to meet a lot of wonderful other star seeds and folks, and Sharon being one of them. Now Ashvin, and I know Sharon and I have met years ago, actually. ESETI Ranch, and then at her meetings, and so we've had some great conversations, a lot of similar experiences, and so I'm grateful to be here with these amazing people and just to share my insights and intuitive gifts. And so I do have one spirit card deck here. Let me see if I can get this without knocking everything over. It is the let me go right there. It is the Native Heart Healing Oracle Guidebook and deck. Ooh. And so I'll be happy to pull cards later once we work our way through and see what messages we have for the group and for different folks who have a question and are looking for some insight.
Nice. Thanks, Andy. I haven't heard of that deck. Yeah. I can't wait for you to use that one.
Yeah.
Okay, and for anyone here that doesn't know me, I am Sharon Sananda Kumara, and I am a psychic medium, hypnotherapist, channel. I don't know, we're all lots of good things, right? And experiencer. Uh, I don't know, a lot of things. Oh, and new author. Here's my book. My book. If I haven't mentioned it, if you don't know about my book, here it is. Awakened Soul. Yeah, it's on Amazon, and it tells the journey of my 2001 near-death experience, where I was met by Christ, as you can see here, and how my life completely changed after that, from partier to awakened, from asleep to awakened, basically. And it helped me go through some really rough stuff. And so I tell about that intense journey. It's a wild ride, let me tell you. Anyway, I highly recommend it if you're looking for ways to heal what any blocks or anything in your life that you feel blocked in, because people have told me that as they read it, they heal. As I describe myself healing, then they heal in the same way. It has out-of-body experiences in it, soul retrieval, ET experiences, all kinds of good stuff, and how Christ helped me through it all and helped me heal. Okay, that's my shameless plug. All right.
I would also highly recommend the book. If it's quite an intense story, but it is a really good one for anybody who's curious to know about what another person's healing journey might look like. And with the details that Sharon has shared in the book, you learn a lot about the processes of engaging with what comes up. Because it's natural, I think, for people to come across this and be like, I don't know what this is, or this must be my imagination, or what's going on here. I think this is a good book to read to kind of get a really good idea of what a healing journey may look like, what an intense healing journey may look like.
Thank you. Yeah, my guides call it a quickening. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend a quickening for anyone, but I'm glad it had to happen to me that way. So thanks, Ashvin. So I will be, huh?
Overachiever.
Yeah, really. I started kind of late. I was in my 40s, so I guess I had to. Guys are like, "Come on, we got to get this going. All right, stop fooling around." So, I'll be using the Lyran Oracle deck.
Nice.
Since we didn't get to do our galactic thing this month, so I just feel I want to do galactic stuff. So I'll be using that deck, and I have some others here too. But I just feel, I have another Starseed deck I got from Misha Johnston. Do you have this one, Andy? Do you know about Misha? She has the groups Experiencer.
I've heard her name. I haven't seen that deck before, though. Yeah,
Unimaginable. Yeah, it's a good deck, but I haven't used it that much yet. I just got it and I haven't played with it, but it's got some good information in it, so I'll be using those. All right. I think we will.
You going to open it up for individual people and do readings, or are you going to do like one for the whole group, or for what are you thinking?
I'm thinking individual people, and so please put in the chat now, and we can do group after in the end. Okay, so please put in the group if you would like a reading. If you have a preference for a deck, let us know that too. Okay, and any question you have for the deck, for the beings that we're going to be working with tonight. Okay. All right, let's see. So it looks like Christina's first. Oh, thank you, Debbie. You love my book. Yay. Oh, wait, no. Emily. Okay. Emily's. Yes, you are allowed to have a reading, of course, or able to have a reading. All right, let's go with Emily first. Who would like to go first?
I can go first. If you give me a minute, Emily, I'm going to shuffle the deck and let's find you a animal guide who would be best suited for you in your journey in the moment. And then I'm going to read out of the book. So we'll ask your guides to be present, to help with the shuffle, to help pick the card out of the deck that is highest good. All right. And Emily, what came out for you is the honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So I'm not sure if you can see it. I think my background blurs the whole thing, but it's the honeybee. All right. So honeybees, sweet, right? Workers, to reap all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness. Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments, rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non-judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. And I think this can apply to just about all of us. This is an important lesson. Even I noticed that in my spiritual growth and shadow work that I do. We have to acknowledge the fact that we're human and we feel all these things, and that's part of the growth. And acknowledging all of that exists within us is a big part of also releasing it. To do so, think of someone, past or present, with whom you have judgments or criticisms. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticisms that you have about this individual, preferably captured with one word, such as selfish or cold. Find a quiet place, go inside yourself, and look for that part of you that's exactly like what you're judging in the other person. So this is definitely calling for some shadow work, which is telling me you're on a spiritual path and you are working through some important stuff. So kudos to you. Doing shadow work is not easy, but it always pays off. It may be a very prominent part of yourself or a rather small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you have behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. Once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat this 2 or 3 times and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. So the honeybee is associated with productivity, community, cooperation, sweetness, love, compassion, forgiveness, rhythm, awakening, nature, poetry, mother goddess, royalty, and nutrition. And this is a pretty heavy duty card that came up for you. But the process of going through the associations, productivity, community, cooperation, is really about making that deeper connection with yourself and the people in your life. And the sweetness and the love and the compassion and forgiveness, these are all great qualities for us to, nurture within ourselves. So that's what's come up for you, Emily.
Nice. I love that. Emily says she's struggling a lot. Oh, so there we go. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's see, here is Christine. I work with a Christina, so sorry, Christine. Christine.
So real quick, Sharon, do we just want to do one person drawing a card for a person, or do we all want to draw for everybody who asks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. Let's do one person per card.
One draw per person?
Drawing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can get to as many people as possible.
Okay.
I mean, if we have insights, for the person, if someone, and someone else is doing the reading or drawing a card, of course we can jump in. But yeah. All right, Christine. So much going on with my spiritual growth, both beautiful and overwhelming. I would love a message going forward. Thank you. All right. So, Andy, you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
I will. I got the deck in front of me here, and again, it is the. I'll hold the book up so you guys can see that. Yeah, the Native Heart Healing Oracle card deck. And so I will just shuffle here and see what comes forward. This is for Christine Marie. So the card that came up is the New Moon card.
It's coming up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So let me go read that one here. And so I would think just intuitively before I even read, being that we're just coming off a full moon this last week, I would guess whatever the message is between now and this next new moon would be a good place to kind of focus your energy. And so the new moon card says this is a time of creation. Assess your position, know what you want. Says the calm-filled energy of the new moon is here for you. Breathe in the energy of the new moon and can move you to a place of detachment, thus creating clarity and the ability to see new possibilities. The new moon is a sacred time that we can honor by going within and evaluating our life choices. Ask yourself what you need to do to bring your dreams into reality. The two crescent moons placed on either side of the flower in this mandala are balanced. One crescent moon is facing inward and the other is facing outward as a direct reflection of your inner and outer worlds. Finding your balance within will bring balance without. Furthermore, this mandala indicates that from a contemplation and intention setting, one must engage in action. Choose to be the creator of your own world. This mandala supports you as you receptively listen to your heart's desires and allow them to blossom and bear fruit. Says the new moon meditation. Says this meditation speaks directly to your heart. This is a meditation where time has no place. Find somewhere comfortable to lie down and place the new moon mandala on your heart. As you do so, close your eyes and bring your awareness to the slowing of your breath. The breath is key in this meditation. Allow your breath to slow down even further and feel the silence between each breath. You will soon start to feel your center. It is within this space that you can lovingly question your true self regarding your direction and life choices. Listen for the responses with an open heart. This new moon mandala can also work as a crystal grid. During ceremony or meditation, place your intentions within the center of the mandala to consciously create the world you dream. The key elements of this new moon mandala are the pink ray, the rose pink ray, heart chakra, earth, equilibrium, breath, focus, decisiveness, clear direction, and manifestation. It really seems like for you, this would be a time where you need to go inward and find out what you really want and then go create it.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, it seems apropos for her being in the middle of her spiritual growth, as she mentioned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And as you were reading that, Christine can, of course, Christine, you can ask when you know this, I'm sure, ask for your guidance to bring the new moon mandala into your vision on your screen, and of course trust what you get, because yeah, they know. Our guidance knows.
It's always a synchronicity when you look at big enough.
Yeah, well, right, and I would think, okay, I'm not sure what it looks like, kind of thing, although you did show it on the card. But with going in the meditation, I would trust my guidance to bring, just tell your guidance what you want. We don't have to be in charge of it. We think we have to be in charge most of the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, we think we're in
Okay.
charge.
We think we're in charge.
And then life says, no. But Christine, I just love that Christine frames her question saying so much going on with spiritual growth, both beautiful and overwhelming, which is essentially sums up spiritual growth, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's called the dark night of the soul, right? For a reason. It could be called a roller coaster of the soul, a dark night. It can be overwhelming, but it all is just such a process to get to such a better place. I love the way she framed her question.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know about you guys and everyone watching, if you know anyone who has progressed spiritually and personally without having to go through challenging situations. It just doesn't happen. Anyone know anyone? Yeah. I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, it was easy." Yeah. Piece of cake. Yesterday I was asleep. Today I'm awake. Piece of cake. Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I think I have known some people who say that, but what I've noticed with them is they're not at a point where they're actually stepping into their growth. They're kind of tiptoeing. They're bypassing a little bit, maybe because they're not ready. So I want to make sure I frame it that way. We step into it when we're ready. Till then, we do what we can to cope, right? So,
Yeah.
but once you step into it, people want to call in light and to drive away the shadows. The thing is, you're not driving away shadows. What you're doing is you're taking parts of yourself that are looking for light, and they're like, "Hey, thanks. So yeah, this is me. I'm your anger from that time because that thing happened, and we're just sitting here being angry all the time. Thanks for shining the light." And you bring it up, and you gotta, you work through this stuff. Or hey, thanks for bringing in the light. So, and people are like, generally the thought is you bring in light, and it's like pigeons flying out of a room. It's all gone. No, it's like, oh hey, remember me? I'm in the corner. You shoved me away because you weren't quite ready for me. Thanks for shining the light on me. Let's talk, right? And you've got to go through that process. And Sharon, you've written this book of yours. You've got to really just face everything, right? I mean, yeah, you don't. Yeah, you just got to bring it up and you got to work through it. So
you can't hide from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hide from it. So, as you know, when you start bringing in light, things come to the surface. Like Ashman says, "Hey, I'm here. Let's deal with this. I've been hiding for a while, for lifetimes. We got to deal with it." Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that made sense, Christine. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you have. All right. It's a journey. Yes, please. Career is at a stall. Any insights for me? Thank you. Of course. Let's see what we get. I'm going to use a Lyran Oracle because I'm in a galactic-y mood tonight. Always. This is for It's a Journey. Okay. Career-wise. Calling on the White Lion Collective from the Lyran system. Andy's peeps. Okay. The spinning wheel. This is the card. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
The lions are up here. Yeah. Number 32, the spinning wheel. And this is the subtitle, Frequency Upgrade, New Plan, Adventure, Spiritual Advancement. Ooh. Oh. Let's see what else the white lions have to say for It's a Journey. 32.
That sounds like an exciting card.
It does, doesn't it?
Just what you wanted to hear.
So, spinning. Do you feel like you're spinning anytime It's a Journey? Maybe spinning your wheels? Okay, the Lyran family sends this card as a special activation. Let us begin. Are you ready? You have arrived here as the byproduct of a thought created from your blood ancestors through the dance of communion to bring forth generation after generation for you to arrive at this sacred moment where you find yourself. Pause and let that truly sink in. Through this deep ancestral journey, your physical vehicle was birthed into reality and started as a mere cell to grow limb by limb into the living expression of source that we witness today. From this backdrop, you can observe that every aspect of your existence has been constantly in a state of evolutionary growth via the source field of divine love. This growth, of course, is not just limited to physicality, but also to the growth of one's soul knowledge and the planetary collective raising their consciousness as you shift from the third ray understanding to a fifth dimensional communion. This fifth dimension communion is knowing you are one with the infinite frequency, and everything outside is indeed a reflection of yourself. Isn't that the truth? We refer to this as the field of unification, where illusionary barriers of separation shatter and one returns to the larger home. I feel like this has a lot to do with your question right here. This card arrives because you have reached such a state of evolution that your wheel of life is now in full spin, moving on its own fruition due to all your spiritual dedication over the years. When we begin the journey of our wheel, it often requires a push for momentum to be established. But once this momentum has occurred, it can actually be detrimental if one were to keep pushing their wheel. Through this metaphor, we are guiding you towards a new way of operation where your life doesn't always have to be about manual effort, but rather allowing for a higher force of source to guide your life with minimal effort. That's kind of what we were talking about, isn't it? Thinking we're in charge. Beloved Starseed, it's time to open up into this greater intelligence and allow for it to merge with your individual self in order to guide you towards daily inspiration. Your wheel is in full momentum, and now is the time to allow all your past dedication to take you on a magical ride through the galaxy. The universe wants to take you far and wide, but this requires for you to step back from any seat of control and simply allow for the higher soul to take its reins. This card proclaims a time of great momentum, carried by the natural flow of the universe towards all destinations your soul seeks to go. Now is opportune time to simply let go, drop any overthinking, and allow the magic to take you on an adventurous journey via your highest path. Past momentum guides you into free energy.
Journey's got some feedback. Apparently, this resonates a lot.
Okay. This is a lot. Thank you. It resonates, and I've been fighting it a bit. Okay. Well, there you go. Our job here is done. I don't need to add anything else. Thank you, White Lions. Yeah. We tend to fight things, don't we? And then when we grasp on too tight, the our channel is constricted. Once we let go and let spirit help us out, we do our part, of course, but we don't. But let go and know that we are co-creating. We're here we have so much help in the spirit realm and all around us, and things open up and doors open up. So in terms of your career, yeah, it sounds like letting go, but we still do our part here. Inspiration. They're telling me what I'm getting is pay attention to your inspiration. Listen to inspiration. Okay. If something comes to you, listen to it and act. There's a theme here.
Take action. Yeah.
Take action. Yeah, you are riding the correct wave. Yes, definitely. Good for you. All right, who's next? Okay. Bob Schaefer. Ashwin, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
So, Bob, I'm going to draw a card for you from the Starseed Oracle deck. I don't know if that shows clearly. All right, let's get you a card. Give me a moment to shuffle. I ask my guides and I ask Bob's guides to come together. Let's find a card for Bob that is appropriate in this moment, and we'll offer the guidance that is best suited for Bob. Okay, and what we've got is Earth. Learning how to be human in the world, but not off it. So let me pull up the book. It's spelled E-A-R-T-H-E-D, Earthed, Earth. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's about learning to be human, which is, I feel for you. I'm going through the same thing. We're all on it. Jeez. All right. Learning how to be human in the world, but not off it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not off it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend to be immanents have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more on your energies in the physical world to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. And the questions that will serve you well as you are introspective is to ask, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? And how can you find greater balance between the two? One of the impressions I'm getting as I read this is for you to be more in your body by doing things that feel good to your body, such as massage, body work. We can do other things such as having a good meal. Even that's an experience, a very physical experience, which can ground us. The food itself can ground us, but the sheer joy of eating and enjoying that, it's a spiritual experience, and it's within the body, right? Source is, for example, if you decide to eat a slice of pizza, source is the pizza. Source is the sauce, it's the tomatoes, it's the cheese, it's the bread. Source is you, source is experiencing itself. You are participating in a very spiritual activity by doing something very physical, such as simply eating or getting a massage. So I'm getting this impression: be in your body and do things that feel good, that allow you to come back into your body, and notice that the physical experience can be a fun one, a good one also.
Nice. Nice. I love that you brought up, Ashvin, about having the when you're eating, having that spiritual experience and physical experience, because that's something that Ashwin taught me is when you sit down to eat, make it be present, fully present, because we tend to sit in front of our computer or sit in front of the TV or whatever when we eat, or eat real quick or something. And he said, be present with every bite. We probably wouldn't eat as much either, but be present with every bite and allow your body to feel the sustenance of each bite as you take it in, because your body is sentient too, and allow that rather than just woofing down food, and be present with every single bite and be aware of course, where everything came from that you're eating, and be grateful for all that. I write about that in my book, but yeah, just be present with each bite.
And
it fills you up.
Yeah, and you look like you got something to add to that.
I was just, to be honest, I'm amazed at how synchronistic the whole show is with like every card that's been pulled, because it's a message for them, and I think from what people's comments, it's resonating with them. But I feel like every message was meant for me too. Do you know what I mean? Like, with the food and the grounding, I'm one of those that like I get so, I felt like that message was for me as much as it was for Bob's. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
I think they're for all of us for sure.
Yeah. I took a meditation breathwork class once over the course of several days. And one of the exercises that we did when we really got into a couple of days into it, because it takes a couple of days for your body to adjust to all the breath work and the stretching and exercising and all that. Once we got into it, one of the exercises that we did was we had a bowl of grapes, and each one of us had to take one single grape. And we had to slowly bite into it and feel feel the skin on the outside, feel the skin on the inside, feel the grape. Just have the taste buds all in your mouth, just have the juice all over. And the point of that was that you can gain more satisfaction from a single grape if you're in the moment with that physical experience, rather than eating a whole bunch of grapes and not being present at all, to your point, Sharon.
Yes, totally. And then you're full because you're bringing in so much light with while you're eating, and light fills us up. And so we're bringing in more than just the food, we're bringing in sustenance from light, and we can live on light. I did it.
It's the joy of the moment. I feel like that the inner gratitude of getting to eat one grape, right? Mm-hmm. When you're actually fully present in that, it's like it's an internal experience, and yet it's joyful. And for a lot of people, if they're having a rough life, they're not getting that internal joy. And so you're spot on, being present, and less can be more when you're present.
Right.
Totally. Yeah. And one more thing about that, because I go on and on about this kind of stuff. When you're eating that one grape, you're actually being so grateful for that one grape that that is there to have that communion with you. So it's a
Yes.
communion together. And so you're connecting to the sentience of the grape as well, and anything you put in your body, right? And it's a communion. So
You
it's
know,
sacred.
Sharon, yeah, and you bring up a really interesting thing. I won't talk long about this, but the sentience of the grape. So we all as human beings, we feel, even psychologists will tell you, the greatest, happiest people are the one who feel they have a purpose and they're living it, right? That's what we're all trying to do. And imagine that from the perspective of the grape. If the grape has a sentience and it is a fruit on a tree and it's got
Mhm.
seeds in it, one of the things it probably has a desire to do is to spread its seeds. But the other thing it is food for other living beings. So while
Mhm.
you're eating a single grape and enjoying it, that grape might be feeling a sense of pure satisfaction that it is existing and living out its potential, the reason why it is here on the physical plane with us.
Yes. Right. And then it wants to be of service. That's the core of who we are, and what every sentient God creation is wanting to be of service. So yeah.
Yes.
So that grape is also getting the blessing from sustenance for who's ever eating it, and sharing that joy together.
And
Woo!
at a different time, either on this planet or some other planets or all of the above, we will be the consciousness in the grape tree, being the grape, being of service to the grapes, who will be another species that eats the grapes. We'll switch sides and we'll be of service to each other.
Be the grape. Yes. Be the
Be
grape.
the raisin. No,
Not the raisin. No, no, no.
be
Although I do
filled
love
with
raisins. But be the wine. There we go. What?
light.
So Bob says, thank you. Present and physical experience feels sustenance. Yes. Right? We all can get that. Benefit from that. Okay, Andy. Let's see who's next. Who's after Bob? Does anyone know?
Debbie Davis, I think.
Debbie. Okay. Hey, Debbie.
All right. Let me pull another card here.
She wants to use your deck too. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Susan.
I like what Ashvin said. I asked my guides and Debbie's guides to get together and work through my hand here to bring through the card meant for Debbie in the highest and best.
There you go.
And for everybody else to hear, for that matter, too.
I have to ask because my guides might be outside smoking a cigarette, so I have to ask them.
Yeah. Like, you guys were working here. Come on. It's all fun and games up there.
We're all one collective now, so everything's happening in one. We're all one.
So the card that came through here, I just pulled for Debbie, is the Earth Star Chakra card. And I'll show you that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so let me go ahead and find that here. And what's the one movie? The Galactic whatever movie, Traveler movie, and like they ask like what's the point of the universe, and it's number 42. That was card number 42.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Yes.
The universe. Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it forever. 42.
Is that the card number, Andy, that you drew?
It was card number 42. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for helping me with that. All right. So I will read the Earth Star Chakra. Says past life connections, future visions, respect for yourself, others, and the earth. Immerse into the depths of the unknown, only to birth a part of the self never met before, yet all too recognizable to the soul. This mandala brings you the aligning energy of the Earth Star Chakra. This magnetic star anchors your universal self deep within the Earth's core. In addition, this chakra is key in accessing your past lives, understanding your current life, and drawing upon the wisdom of your future self. Aligning this chakra is aligning with your inherent infinite self and that of the collective conscience to bring a feeling of wholeness. Respect is of the essence with this chakra, both a respect for self and a deep reverence for the unlimited potential this card may help you to integrate. The Earth Star Chakra Mandala also guides you in clearing your energy fields on all levels and may indicate that you have taken on the energy of another through your role in service. If you feel this to be so, you are guided to complete the third clearing exercise below. It says the Earth Star Chakra meditation exercise. Through the Earth Star Chakra, one may access the depths of the underworld, a luscious, thriving oasis thriving with life, once extinct animals, mythical creatures, elemental kingdoms, devas, and ancestors. As you explore the depth of oneself via this chakra, a silver embodied doorway will appear. Explore as you will. To gain access to your past and future lives or to bring a deeper understanding to your current one, place this mandala below your feet. You can do this by lying down or entering a place of meditation or by sitting with pen and paper, writing as an open channel to the wisdom contained within your earth records. Do this with the intention of healing or integrating the realizations that come through in the meditation. You can also use this card to clear your energetic field and ground after having been an open channel. Place this chakra card under your feet and visualize your energy flowing downward within the Earth Star Chakra. Feel yourself clearing and balancing as the energy of this Earth Star Chakra mandala transmutes all for the highest and best. The key elements, the silver ray, the violet ray, the ruby red ray, black obsidian ray, white crystalline ray, past lives, ley lines, underworld balance, and transmutation. And so the biggest thing that I'm getting with this is for you would be to ground. And it did make the comment, which seemed to maybe resonate, where at some point you've been of service to others and may have taken on some of their energy. And it'll be good for you to really ground and transmute so you're not holding on to any of that at this time. And the best way to do that is really just to be centered, go within, and be I think feet on the ground in nature. So that's what I have coming through. What do you got, Ashvin?
I want to know if we ended up with an advanced class today, because this is all just heavy duty stuff that's coming up today. This reading that you just did, I was like, it's beyond a mouthful. This is a whole lot. The obsidian will bring up stuff. It can bring up base chakra stuff. It can bring up very instinctive things. The silver ray is about the pushing out what doesn't belong to you, outside of you. The violet is about transmutation. There's just a whole lot going on in this reading that you just did for Debbie. Yeah, I don't even know where else to begin. This is a whole lot, yeah. So, Sharon, good job of pulling in the advanced class today.
Yeah.
Hopefully that resonates with Debbie, and she can meditate on that and see what more insights come through for her while she's grounding and transmuting, letting go, and just coming back to her divine self.
Yeah.
Well, we have an advanced audience, of course.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the class. Advanced. This audience is advanced class.
Awesome.
Debbie says, how exciting, so on point. Yeah, there was a lot there. Whew. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah.
All right, so I had someone up here that was next. Shelley. Okay, hey, Shelley. Haven't seen you in a while. I'll go ahead and pull a card for you. I'm going to use the Lyran deck again because I love this deck so much. I use it so much. It's just such a beautiful deck. I think I'm going to get the Palladium one too.
The last reading you did 5 minutes ago, man, when you were my head was buzzing. People were touching my ears, my nose, like those white
People,
lions are having fun. They're like, we're here.
the white lions, yeah. All right, Shelley. I would like to know what I need to know today. Okay, for Shelley. Calling on the White Lion Collective from the Lyran Star System again. For Shelley. What does she need to know at this time today? This moment in time. Whew. Feel that energy coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beautiful card. I'm so mesmerized by these cards. The artwork is number 10, and it's called The New Time. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I know I could stare at these all day. Okay, number 10, The New Time. And the small print is positive self-talk, advancement, ooh, opportunity, ooh, and leadership. All right. Let's see what the White Lions have to say further on your card, on your message here. The new time. I like that. Okay. The new time has arrived on your earth. Not some metaphorical thought of a future world ahead, but the very moment where you breathe and reside. Many starseeds already sense this and feel it is here. But they frequently ask, why has the earth not transformed into the reality they thought was possible? For this communication, we want to turn on our fire from the Lyran consciousness to deliver a strong message to you. Whew, I feel that coming in. The alive field does not simply change through what is presented to you on the surface, but rather the alive field changes when the human opens their awareness into what is possible. In other words, your reality has already shifted to this new paradigm. But many of you are relying on outdated ways to perceive existence, which include media programming, external individuals, and false narrative projection. Our goal through this deck is clear to communicate the message that your consciousness shifts the alive field all around you. We focus on the importance of the alive field in many of the cards presented to empower humanity to stop waiting and start creating. We have a tendency to wait. When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Right? I know I'm guilty of that too. The time is now, beloveds, to open into this higher perspective so you can witness what is truly occurring on your planet. This is beautiful beyond words, with countless souls arriving to a greater truth by being open and exploring beyond what they are being told. Yeah. Through this, you open into the field of sovereignty and master codes. The arrival of this card indicates a time of independence, dropping codependency, and stepping into the world as your truest authentic self. Now is a great time to activate your inner confidence and walk in the direction of all your dreams and desires without delay. This could be in the form of a business venture, artistic project, or just embarking on something you have always wanted to do, such as traveling or taking a specific course. Through this confidence, many gifts will open. Courage unlocks the new time. The new time. Wow, Shelley. I know Shelley a little bit. And are you retiring? Are you retired yet? Are you getting ready to retire? Are you thinking about moving into some other area? I don't know. Let me see here.
Seems like the time is now.
The time is now. Yeah. So hopefully that resonates. I mean, it just is pretty exciting. Probably a lot of us are going through this, but yeah. Oh, I must wait about 4.5 years. It'll fly by. I want to now. Okay. Because I was getting the thought that retirement or semi-retirement or something is in your future, and this new things are shifting. There's that waiting thing, but it's shifting for you. You might have opportunities coming that will speed that up. Who knows? Yeah. Anybody else get anything for Shelley?
Not me.
What? What'd you say? Not me? Oh, okay. I thought you said got me.
I think, I don't know, the line cards or Shelley or the whole thing, but man, my ears, my face, I almost started sweating when you said brought the fire energy. I was like, I've got an inferno going over here with these lions and feeling that energy.
Your peeps are right there with you, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're definitely strong.
Yeah.
These cards are super strong.
Yeah,
I mean, they all are. They all are.
Yeah. The only thing that came to me when you first started, you pulled the card and you were getting going is I felt strong emotions. It was like there's a lot of emotion behind whatever is about to come up for Shelley through this reading. Yeah. It's an emotional matter. Maybe a little bit of an emotional purge is due. That's all I got.
So yeah, let's go to the fine print again. You asked what you need to know now today. Positive self-talk, advancement. I feel that there's something there with that where you're going to be new opportunity, and leadership. I know you're in a leadership role, but I feel that there's something more for you in leadership and moving into other opportunities. And so keep your options open.
As we do this, the group we got on here is such a high vibe group, and with all the energies and the realizing we're all God experiencing ourselves in various levels and ways. It's amazing the group mind and how we can kind of get connected, because you kept saying you thought she retired. Well, we just done Bob's reading and he put in the chat, I just retired. So you were picking up the retirement.
Maybe there's a lag. Yeah, it's a group, it's a collective. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Shelley. Hopefully that's helpful. All right, next is Donna. Ashwin, I think you're next.
Am I up? All right.
Yes, you're up.
All right. Let's request the guides to come back from their cigarette breaks and help us pick a wonderful card for Donna. Whoop, one just flipped out of the deck, but I'll keep shuffling to see if there's a second one. Oh, that's it. Donna, there's a bunch of cards that want to jump out for you. I don't know if we've got time for all the cards. I'm just going to go with the one that jumped out. Okay, and I used the Starseed Oracle once again for you also. And what I've got is the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. All right. So let's take a look at what the wise book has to say to us. Give me a second here. The Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance. We can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experiences confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyways. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. And the starseed soul inquiry, the questions to ask yourself as a starseed is, how are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften towards those who have hurt you? I find this really interesting that this theme's coming up again. For one, these are not topical themes that are coming up in our readings. These are pretty deep. So we do have an advanced class. Coming back to, our human experiences, whether the reading you did, Andy, a while ago about taking on somebody else's energy. That's very much a physical interaction, human interaction. What this reading is talking about is very much that, and it's pointing to acknowledging our humanity and our experiences as humans, which can be something that's avoided by many people in our field and in starseeds, light workers, just people in the New Age field. There's a lot of bypassing because it's difficult. And we live in a world of appearances, right? You could be having the worst day. If you can pause for a moment with a smile and take a selfie, nobody knows any better. And you could be, absolutely in horrendous pain, but the appearance can be something different. Everybody's putting on these appearances. But where's the reality? Where's the humanity? Where's the truth about what we're going through? And it's really interesting that these heavy themes are coming up today, but they're all tied to acknowledging that we're human and having a human experience. So Donna, hopefully this rings a bell with you and is relevant. I hope this is helpful.
I think Donna wrote that it was already starting to resonate when you were beginning to read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, that was profound.
Well, once again, was that meant for Donna or me? Like that?
Yeah.
Here I'm an Aries and like over half my chart, and you're talking about Mars and the ruling planet, and I've been having all these intense energies with my mom, and I'm like, oh man, it's all still, we're all working through it, aren't we?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so okay, Johanna. Let me see. So Andy, you're up. Okay, Johanna would like a reading from the Galactic deck. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then you can go with next, Andy. After that, Susan.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm always curious about that name. Is it pronounced Johanna or Johanna? Because it could go either way.
Johanna.
Johanna?
No, Johanna. Johanna. I always get her name wrong. I'm sorry, Johanna. I think it's Johanna. Okay. I want to pronounce it a different way. We've had this discussion, Johanna. Like she told me, like Johannesburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donna, for letting me read for you.
Okay. I would like a reading from a galactic deck on love and any future potential significant others. Thank you. Others. Oh, you got that. You that's plural. Oh.
Johanna lives in abundance. Okay, Sharon.
Okay, Johanna. Johannesburg, yes, Johanna. All right, let's connect to the White Lions again from the Lion Star system and ask them to bring a message for Johanna on love and any future potential significant. Whew. Okay. I want to tone for some reason. All right. Peaceful reunion, number 41. Reunions bring healing. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Family.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to be reunited with a soul member. Nothing's new. We already know each other. All of us know each other. Other life expressions. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It gets to be more and more obvious as we go in our spiritual progress.
Yeah.
So number 41. Even romantic relationships or reunions. No, 41. Peaceful reunion. Through this precious journey on earth, the human incarnate goes through many sorts of relationships to teach them the soul lessons via interaction. These relationships of all kind offer deep pools of wisdom designed to elicit certain reactions, responses, or gifts as instructed through our higher selves. The Peaceful Reunion card is presented when loved ones from your past are seeking to commune with you in this moment. Is there an individual from your past that you may have had a fallout with or have not spoken to in a long time? The arrival of this card might indicate that a time of peaceful reunion is approaching and a proper closure or new beginning might be on the horizon. Perhaps there's an old friend, teacher, family member, or even an ex-lover. Whomever it might be, know that in our cyclical universe, planets that cross and don't see each other for light years once again cross the cyclical dance of existence. If you feel it might be inappropriate to connect in physical reality with a certain individual, this card can indicate for you to engage with them from the soul level instead. Reach out through prayer or soulful communication and share any words from the heart for this being to receive. An alternate meaning of this card can indicate that now is good time to connect with social groups or give gratitude to beings who helped you on your journey. Reunions bring healing. Optional exercise. On a sheet of paper, write a list of all the impactful individuals that cross paths with you in life. Dive deep much beyond romantic encounters and give gratitude and prayer form to all these individuals who served you on the journey, directly or indirectly. Many, including the most challenging relationships, can be your soul friends in disguise.
I find it really fascinating that she is asked about any future potential significant others, and you pull a relationship card, right? Yeah, and then it's pointing out that to at least it's the significant relationships may not just be romantic, is what I'm getting from the cards. That I'm not a numerologist, but 41, 4 is a place of more stability, and 1 is a new beginning. So reaching out to somebody from the past, from a new place, right, and having a restart with them sounds like it might be really fruitful.
Healing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Totally. Reunions bring healing. Go ahead, Andy.
Well, and that's what in my head I was trying to figure out. Is this somebody that's going to come back into her life from earlier in the life and there's going to be healing there? Or is this somebody that's going to come back from a past life where there's something unbalanced and then that healing is going to take place, but it's going to feel like a completely new person to her in this life? I was trying to get and honestly, I kind of felt like it could be more than one. It could be more than one. It doesn't mean there's just one thing that's going to happen. I feel like things are happening so fast now. Anything that's out of balance from this life or past lives is like coming together to be healed one way or another. Especially when you're on this journey looking to heal and looking for those connections and understanding.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And she did say significant others, plural.
She did. And the universe is saying, all right, we shall deliver.
That kind of party.
Lots of significant others to heal with.
Yeah.
We all have them. Thank goodness this isn't the only life that a creator, let us or allowed us or is having with our soul aspects. I mean, it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life, but there's so much more.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Joanna, that resonates or helps you. Okay. Where are we? Let's see here. There we are. Susan. Okay. So you have who has the spirit animal cards?
Ashman does. Go ahead.
That would be me. All right, Susan, call them in. Let's reach out to the nature energies. Right. Let's reach out to Gaia and the spirit guides. And let's see who's here for you. Who is the most appropriate animal guide to meet you in the present moment to help you in your journey right now. Our guides can show up as angels, other beings, all kinds of spiritual allies. They've shown up in mythology across the planet as gods and goddesses and all kinds of other things. But they also show up as animals. Each animal brings its own energy, unique energy, and unique gifts. So let's see who is here for you now to help you in your journey. Really? It's the honeybee again.
Oh, wow.
What are the chances of that?
That bee is busy. It's a busy bee.
It's a busy bee. All right, I'm just going to trust it instead of wondering why they came up a second time. So, Susan, I just read this a little while ago because it came up for another person, but I'll read it again in case you weren't on the call, because I know we've had new people jump on the call. So, honeybee, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. To reap all of the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness. Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments, rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non-judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. To do so, think of someone, past or present, with whom you have judgments or criticisms. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticisms that you have about the individual, preferably captured with one word, such as selfish or cold. Find a quiet place, go inside yourself, and look for that part of you that's exactly like what you're judging in the other person. It may be a very prominent part of yourself or a rather small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you've behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. Once you discover what part of you, once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat this 2 or 3 times and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. And so the associations are productivity, community, cooperation, sweetness, love, compassion, forgiveness, rhythm, awakening, nature, poetry, mother goddess, royalty, and nutrition. And what stands out to me is the forgiveness, compassion. It's really tied to community and the feeling of belonging and being part of each other's lives. So we're humans. So life is messy. We see and act in the way we feel is appropriate, but how we receive somebody else is different. And so, we rub others without meaning to rub others wrong, and others rub us wrong without meaning to rub us wrong. And it's just the way of things here. It's tough. It's tough being human. That's only a small percentage of souls decide to come to this planet. But this is the reality of us, and it's a work in progress for everybody involved. We see our shadows and work on them, and others see their shadows and work on them. And once again, this is an advanced class apparently today because this has come up. But I do get the impression it's also about, the first part talked about compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. I'm getting that is a bigger piece for you, where you may have a tendency to make something that's not yours and internalize it. So something to be aware of. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Susan. Sharon, Andy, you two getting anything?
I just kept getting the thought of unity consciousness in my head, and that, we're all having to fight our own judgments and hurts and pains, and to work through that, doing the shadow work to get back to that loving state where we realize again we're all ultimately one, and we're back to that unity consciousness. And so I just kept thinking about that, because the bees are, it's a little different, like the hive mind, but I just kept thinking that unity consciousness, everybody's on the same page, working towards the same goal for the betterment of all the hive, right? And so I guess unity consciousness and trying to take away the things that are keeping us from being back in that unity consciousness through love and forgiveness and transmutation, what we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sharon, you're on mute maybe, because I see you talking, but I don't hear you.
How embarrassing.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yes. What I was trying to say was, yes, the community, the bees bring that to mind. It is working hard for the community, being of service for the community. For it's not a self-serving. We're not not such a self-serving thing. It's service to others, to the community, and to for the betterment of the community, the collective type of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's something we're all going through, aren't we?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Ashton. Yeah.
Right. I just want to say, when we work on our stuff and we start to clear our stuff, we automatically become more available to others, to be of service to them and help the community.
Right. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Because we're not blocked up with our own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, Andy, you're up. Let's see. We've got Irene, I think, next. If I missed anyone, please let me know. Okay, Irene.
All right. Says, Irene, I have a question for who may have thoughts or insight with the growth of spirit we are seeing all around us. What is some advice for finding truth when seeking? A lot of offers out there. I mean, just before I even pull a card, I feel like discernment, right? I think you need to spend some time in nature, get grounded, do your meditative practices, go inward, and then it's kind of, we're at the point now with the high vibing energy and what's happening in the world. It seems like if you think about something once or twice, or if you genuinely put that heartfelt intention out internally that I'm looking for a sign and guides, can you give me a sign to let me know where I should go? It doesn't take long for something to pop up. And I know that with the internet, there's just an abundance of different people to follow and things to see. But I would almost just say, like, whatever, go with your gut first reaction, whatever you see that that pops into your view and that you've thought of, and that flutters. I always get like a little tingle on my head or my ear, or an internal energy like in my chakras, where I feel something, and it lets me know there's something there I need to explore more. And so before I pull a card, but I'm still going to pull a card, and so let me do that now. So while I'm shuffling the deck here, if you guys feel free to add in if you're thinking anything.
Now, I think what you just said, for any truth seekers out there, the inner validation is the biggest piece, and it's a work in progress. We're all growing, we're all developing relationships even with ourselves, and they grow stronger over time. So I think you really brought up a key point there about feeling something in your body. You got the flutters in your belly. That is a good indicator. If Irene is looking at something, Irene, if you're looking at something and you get a body feeling like, oh, I should pursue that. Outside of that, Irene specifically says, with the growth of spirit we're seeing all around us. So in this present moment, there's a lot of growth and a lot of new energy coming. So there's a lot of new stuff. So we don't have context for some of this stuff from the past where we're like, oh, this fits in so well with this piece and it makes sense. Some of this is going to be brand spanking new, especially as we progress through the years moving forward. You just have to be open and then be forgiving to yourself. If you step in something that you shouldn't have, it's a learning process. And then you'll also end up with some gems where you'll be like, wow, look at what I just discovered. It'll just be a process.
Nice. Oh.
Which one?
This card is the number 14, the opposite in the 4-1. The 1-4 come back up, and it's universal love.
Wow. There you
go. Talk about an appropriate card for the question.
Yeah, because I was going to say there's only one truth, and that is that we are love.
Absolutely. I'll go read through this real quick here. So, number 14, universal love. Nurture yourself as well as others. Acceptance. Learning through love. This card graces you with the energy of the Divine Mother and holds the energy of creation and pure love. This is a love that resonates within every cell of your being. You can access the infinite wealth of love that resides within you at any time. This card suggests that you have been seeking love or approval outside of yourself. This can create pain, and you may feel disheartened that this love has not been reciprocated. This oracle is encouraging you to dive into love. You are now ready for the love you have denied yourself by thinking that self-love was a selfish act. Be reminded that it is selfish not to be the love that you are. You can access your inner love simply by accepting yourself in this moment and in every coming moment, just as a mother accepts and loves her children exactly as they are. The Divine Mother sees you through the eyes of perfection, which indeed are eyes of love. She holds each and every human in love eternally just as they are. You are also being guided to take care of yourself, as this mandala indicates it is time to replenish and practice self-nourishment. The Divine Mother is nurturing energy comprised of 3 core elements: the teacher, the carer, and the inner child. On some level, you have taken on an over-responsibility for your loved ones. This message specifically relates to children if you are a parent. Children require the freedom to be true to their divine nature whilst being guided by the loving energy of their parents. Remember, each child chooses their parents before incarnating, and often the most valuable life lessons come through the relationship between the carer and the child. Be the love that you are and allow your children or the people in your care to spread their wings and find their way. Says the Universal Love Meditation. Place the Universal Love mandala on your crown or heart chakra. The crown chakra is imagined as a lotus flower with 1,000 petals of different colors. Place this mandala on the crown chakra will open the lotus flower to receiving the universal love needed for you to move forward into self-love. Placing the card on your heart chakra will remind you of the infinite love within you. You may feel or see a shimmering white pearl ray of light encompassing your body. Invite it within. It is a beautiful, radiant reminder of the Divine Mother who is your home. Key elements: pearl ray, rose pink ray, crown chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, the 4 elements: nature, creation, channeling, children, foundation, honor, love, throat, and adrenal glands.
Mm.
And Andy, it feels like you're delivering this with a sledgehammer. This heavy duty stuff. That was a lot. That might have been for me.
There's something in there for everybody. That's why I stopped for a moment. I had that moment like, am I going to cry because I'm reading the message I needed to hear?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Irene, the one thing that came up though is I don't know if you are a mother, Irene, or if you're in service to others. I haven't read the chat if you posted, but there was a lot there with the mothering energy, the nurturing energy, wanting to help and love and be loved, but then also the understanding of like let them go and spread their wings, and you don't have to. What I'm saying, you don't have to do it for them. We're here to support them and love them, but you don't have to do it for them. And whatever your relationships in your life, I don't know if you have children, but I felt like there was a message within messages there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was profound.
Yes.
Hopefully that helps, Irene.
Yeah, Irene, I just got the strong feeling that if you can take the essence of that card and hold it in meditation, it will help answer your question about, with the growth, what's the advice? If you can hold that in, then it'll open up the paths for you. It'll show things. It'll bring the things to you that'll help you with your growth at this time. If you can just embody within yourself in meditation what this card spoke about, because there was just so much love in it. It's just so much the mother energy, right? It just opens up so much.
As you were saying that, I was just getting like, I think, Irene, you must be a giver because you have given so much energy to others. And I just thought like, you need to love yourself. That self-love. Don't deny yourself the self-love and come back fully to like loving yourself. And you don't always have to give. It's okay to receive love too.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's big. That's really big for a lot of women, a lot of people, period. But yeah, that's huge because we get out of balance.
Right. And receive love from herself. The love doesn't always need to be outgoing. It can be for her.
Yeah. Pretty, flow. That's what Yeshua always teach me. Flow. Make sure that it's flowing. You can't give what you don't have.
Uh-huh.
We can't give love correctly. It ends up being codependence or something like that if we're not loving ourselves in a healthy way. Yeah, totally. So thank you, Irene. Susan says, this is funny. I'm allergic to bees, so quite a surprise. That no wonder the bees came up for Susan. What we resist persists. Yeah. Maybe not anymore.
I think Irene's got a comment.
Oh. Universal love has been on my mind a lot, but not for myself. So again, truth. Nice. Okay. Thank God. What?
Thank God the camera's off.
Yeah. That's a healing cry. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Says ugly crying's okay. That's the best kind.
Yeah. That's when you know you're really purging.
Yes, totally.
I will tell you this. Growing up a 1980s kid, I was indoctrinated with He-Man and G.I. Joe. And to be a college football player and a big guy and lift weights the hardest thing for me to ever do is to cry or cry in public because I feel like it's demasculating me. And it was like really the divine feminine that came in and was like, no, this is what brings you into alignment with the best version of you. And so I had to get used to being able to cry. And I got to the point where I had certain songs I could put on the radio that would get me into that emotional mood where I could allow myself to cry when no one else was around. And that's when after I cried, that emotional release led to the most profound connection between the gut, the heart, and the mind all being in alignment so that I could channel purely.
Yeah.
So I would almost say if you ever actually want to channel your higher self, go cry for a while and you'll be in tune.
It's such a great clearing. Actually, I teach that in my course coming up, and we are about out of time. So everyone that was here, thank you so much. We can't get to everybody. I think there's some more people, but we'll do this again. We do this on a monthly basis. So I have something coming up, which is a 14-day automatic writing and channeling course. And I teach in the course to cry. when we get to the automatic writing, the soul writing, automatic writing, to get through those layers and make sure but do your work to try to bring those tears up because you're clearing your channel. Crying is so important. And it used to be hard for me to cry. Now I cry every morning when I'm connecting with Yeshua.
So it's like eating breakfast or brushing your teeth. Every morning you're doing it.
Every morning. Every morning. Yes. If I don't have a good, and not a sobbing kind of thing, that comes once in a while, not always, but it didn't used to. A good fill up with tears and just feel it and get it out, clear my channel.
Yeah. I find after a while, it's not always the sad or the frustration or the angry tears. It becomes the gratitude tears. Really.
Whoop, he dropped.
Oh, he did.
In the middle of the
must have hit something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Like, wow. Okay.
All right. I just want to say thank you, Sharon, for putting this together. And I want to thank everybody who showed up. And everybody, thank you for participating and letting me be part and letting us be part of your journey and for allowing me to do readings for you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone says thank you. And yeah. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And sorry we lost Andy.
Yeah, it's a journey says it's a cliffhanger. You're right. It's a cliffhanger. He's not the saying it.
Anger. Yeah, really. All right. We'll see you again next time. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
It's doing that thing again. It won't end. It won't close.
This is like the encore at a concert. Encore. 2 more readings, 3 more readings. Your system won't shut down.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close StreamYard.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hold on. This is so weird. How do we get out of here? Oh, I almost had it. Oh.
First, you couldn't get on. Now you can't get off.
I can't get off. Oh my God. Did I get it? No. In stream. It won't let me.